I wanted to change the world, but COVID did that for me. And on March 13th, 2020, that's exactly what happened. Fear gripped everyone on the planet. And uncertainty, an even more terrifying concept, not knowing the present or future conditions for you or your loved ones, plagued us all. And while that's half of how I remember that day, the other half was that my mother was in the hospital gifting me and my family with my third baby sister, Effie. And it struck me. Effie was born on the day our lives changed forever. And she might never know a world before COVID, BC, as my grandmother calls it. And if we're not careful, she mightn't know a just future either. Because if we want a future without fear, not just for us, but for my sister's generation, well then it's time for us to stand up and take it, because nobody's coming to save us. So yes, you did hear me correctly. Effie is my third baby sister. And look, I'm an exam year student, so it's kind of important that I get some work done this year. And those three girls, amazing as they are, their favorite thing on the planet to do is to make noise. And so teachers, friends, they'll ask me, "Oh, Ben, how'd you get work done? You know, like it's like you need to get some work done and stuff like that." And well, the answer to that is an answer my teachers are not going to like to hear. But I don't. I don't get my work done in the house where my sisters are, because I'm the luckiest grandchild on the planet. I have Catherine. Now, Catherine is my 4'11", glamorous, 50-something-year-old grandmother. And without her heart or her kindness, I wouldn't be the person standing on this dock talking to you. Catherine understands as best she can that when school is just a bit too much, my sister's just that bit too loud, and life, as we all know, that bit overbearing, Catherine knows I need a place to go and retreat. And while she knows how to comfort me, she can make the greatest cup of tea you'll ever have. She also knows when to give me space. And it's in that time, in my room, when I have that space, when I allow myself the chance to exhale, to truly be myself. Because sometimes, I think we can all agree, the only time you can allow yourself to afford to be yourself is when you're alone. And it's in that time that I thought a lot about the present and about the future. And sometimes thinking about the future these days is like throwing darts in the dark. And it was the realization that nothing is truly working anymore. Nothing is working for young people. And nothing is working for people that aren't filthy rich either. It's fundamentally a system rigged against 99% of the planet. And so I just thought, God, someone really needs to do something about this. But then I started to realize that nobody's going to do anything about this. And so I had the thought, maybe I can try and do something about this. Even though any change I would make in rural Laois in Ireland would be like a smallest grain of sand on the world's longest beach. But I got involved anyway. I got involved in my local youth government. I got involved in my local students' union. And what I saw, how a group of dedicated people, simply just wanting to improve conditions for themselves, their loved ones, and their community, I saw how they can move mountains. And it was the most hope that I've had since that fateful day in March 2 years ago. And what these 2 years have taught me is that, try as we might, nobody's truly in control of their life. And as much as we would like to, we're not the writers of our own story. We cannot dictate the broad strokes on life's canvas. But what we can control is the peace that we allow ourselves to have. We can control what's in here. Those mini brushstrokes, that make the canvas as beautiful as it can be. We have that power. And I've seen what having this in here can change. And maybe if enough of us are brave enough to stand and move and shake a little bit at the local level, well, then maybe there could be hope for the future. And so the last time the world changed, it was a virus that done it. But the next time the world changes, I want it to be us, the people, standing up and taking the future that we deserve. And if we can do that, well, then maybe Effie will have a chance. Thank you.